But maybe I'm not going to let any latecomers to join the class today. Okay, so when we talk about designing research, of course, what we are going to talk about, we are talking about organizing, a process of organizing, which organizing that we are going to have. It is about writing our idea, how to begin our research, and then how to begin our proposal by writing introductions. And then related to introduction, for today's exercise for you, you have to start your introduction, okay? And it should be submitted next week. So every week you are going to submit your exercise. You may write your introductions uh, by inductive way or deductive. Which one that you think that you are popular and you understand so much? Um, for me, I like to start writing my introduction by taking it from more specific to its general. Yeah, for example, I take for example, I take about metaphor expression. So I started my introduction by talking about expression and metaphorical expression. Then after that, I continue my reasons there, and then after that, I talk about where should I find my data. For example, my data is from some utterances spoken by some participants. I explain why I take utterances from some participant, and so on and so on. Yeah, so that is why here we are talking about a process of organizing and a process of writing out ideas. And remember that we can use brainstorming. Yeah, later we are going to try to practice our brainstorming. What should we do in our brainstorming? Yeah, and then which one that we can take from our brainstorming? That is a good way for us to writing out ideas. And once we know that some of the idea that we put in our brainstorming is not going to use, we just omit it. Yeah. And then after that, we design our proposal and we design our introduction. Is there any questions? No? No, okay. And then, as I said before, that we need to write our introduction. Of course, whatever you are going to do, you have to introduce things to people. Yeah, last week when I was here, when you were there, when we are at our virtual class, I introduced what we are going to do this semester. That I introduced the topic, that I introduced our class subject. It means that in introduction, we only talk about introducing something to others. Yeah. Just write in a very simple sentence. Remember that do not write long sentence. If you want to write a long sentence, you have to use complex and compound or complex compound sentence. Yeah. Otherwise, you can use a simple sentence. It is much more better to use a simple sentence. And then, why should I write introduction? What is the importance of writing introductions? As I mentioned just now, we are going to introduce something to others. When I introduce myself, I want to tell you something about me. Yeah, that is why we talk about introducing. Now let's see here. An introduction is the first passage in a journal article, or for you in your scriptsy, or if you take your doctoral degree, so this is the first passage in your dissertations, or the first passage in a scholarly research study. Yeah, this is the first thing that people read and grab their attentions. Yeah, from your introductions, you may take people's decisions. You may take readers' decision whether they are going to read to continue reading your article or they just stop at introduction. Yeah, if you write introduction that seems uninteresting for people to read your article, they close your article. But once you write it very interestingly, people will so eager to read the whole information or the whole article or the whole research. So that is why we have to write it in an interesting way. We are going to grab people's attentions. We are going to sell ourselves through our research. Yeah, that is people are eager to read it. Yeah, and here one expert say like this. An introduction is the part of the paper that provides readers with the background information for the research reported in the paper. Remember, I'm going. Did I share my PowerPoint? Sorry. That is why I'm going to highlight it, and then seems that you will not see it. Okay, let's see here. What we are going to provide here is the background informations. Yeah, background information means that we are going to put why do I do this research, why do I take movie, why do I take song, or why do I take article as my data, and I put all information in the introduction. So here I'm going to highlight that you have to provide readers here think that with the background information so that your readers are very eager to read your article. And here, this is what Wilkinson said. And he also said that its purpose is to establish a framework for the research so that readers can understand how it is related to other research. That is why when you write your introduction, you also have to make sure that what you are going to do in your research will not similar with people's research. Yeah, you have to check very carefully what you take in your research, and this is so powerful to avoid. You are not going to take someone's research. Yeah, sorry. We are going to avoid being plagiat. Once your research or thing that you put in your research are indicated taken from someone else and you didn't mention their names, you will be the intellectual criminal. Yeah. Okay. So you have to be more careful. That is why we have to know our sources. We have to know our purpose of writing our research. Today we only have we don't have much thing that I'm going to talk about. Yeah. Okay, wait. Bu Tita, Bu Tita, Bu Tita. Itu bukannya pacarnya Pak Katno? Ah, bukan ya? Bukan ya? Okay, wait ya. Okay, and then the introductions should establish the issue. yeah, or should concern leading to the research by conveying information about the problem. So that's why in introduction we include problems, yeah. If you see, or if you ever read some research or your senior scriptsy, the problem is a part of the introduction. You have to know that the problems that we are going to use should be related to the approach and the design that you are going to take. If you take qualitative research, so it means that the design should be qualitative and the questions or the problems should be arranged qualitatively. Yeah, if it is qualitative, so it means that no objective and then no numerical questions that we have to use. Yeah. Now it means that because we establish the issue, because we concern about the problem, we understand that uh, the introduction is the initial passage. Initial, it means that the first thing is the initial passage in a study or proposal. Yeah, special care must be given to writing it. That is why when you write your introduction, your main focus is only on you. Yeah, never write in your introduction, for example, people love to watch movie, that is why I am taking movie as my research. No, everything that you are going to write in your introduction is only about yourself. Yeah, it's only about yourself. That is why uh, some research forbid the writer to put or to quote or to take a quotation as the introduction. This is about you. It is impossible you quote someone in your reasons. Yeah, so we don't put any quotations in the introductions. And then after that, the introductions needs to create reader interest in the topic. That's what I said just now. Once your reader read your introductions and then they say that this is just so biasa saja, ya sama seperti penelitian sebelumnya, they leave it, ya, they will not read the whole part. But once they seems that this is very interesting, yeah, your way of explaining your reasons is very interesting, they will read until the last pages. Yeah, that's why uh, we have to create readers interest. Yeah, first we have already created readers interest by our topic, by our title. That is why yesterday and last week we try to discuss how to write our title, how to build the title so it becomes very interesting. And then after that, it it should establish the problem that leads to the study. Yeah, we talk about the problems. If you just write usual problem or common problems, so wait, I think that I just lost my connections. Yeah. Okay. So sorry. Yeah. So can you hear me now? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nah, after we create readers' interest in our topic, in our title, yeah, the title should be interesting. That is why we have to omit the analysis, the study of blah 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 blah. Yeah. Nah, and then after that, we establish the problem. The way we create our question is must also be interest. Yeah. Do not write a common questions. Yeah, so we have to be more careful with our question. And then after that, we have to place the study within the larger context of the scholarly literature. Yeah. and reach out the specific audience. So that is why we have to know to whom our research will be given. Yeah, because you are going to do your research, and you must think that your research someday will be read by your junior. So we have to focus on our proposed reader. Yeah, that is why do not take a general topic, do not take very specific one. Yeah, if it is general, you are going to explain thing so much but unrelated. And then if you take a very specific, you cannot expand anything. Okay, is there any questions? Yes. Mm-hmm. No, Creswell book is not for the introduction. Yeah, Creswell book is the guidance book for you to 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 your research methodology. Yeah, not for your introduction. In introduction, you only talk about yourself. Why do I take this topic? Why do I take this data? Why this one? Why that one? After that, we create questions. Yeah, but the source for the source for my explanations are mostly from Creswell. Yeah, that's Clara. Okay. Yeah. Other? Okay. We continue, yeah, because today you are going to practice writing introductions, yeah, and then you are going to submit it now, not next week, because I just afraid that if you submit it next week and then you just forget what should you do, what I just explained today, yeah. Okay. Remember that in writing introduction, you may choose. Wait up, something wrong with my laptop, I think. I have to update something. Okay, later. Okay. Remember that you may choose whether you are going to write deductively or inductively. Yeah. Which one that you think is very easy for you and you understand it so much. Yeah. Okay. Then we still talk about a research problem. I mean that we talk about the questions. A research problem is the problem or issue that will lead the need for the study. And then what should we do in our question? What should we know about our research problem? The research problem, yeah, can originate from many potential sources. For example, you read about article, yeah, article from newspaper. I don't know whether there is a printed newspaper right now or not, but we can find any online newspaper. When you read one article and then you got many questions in your head, in your cognitions, and then after that you try to ask the question about that article and you write it, so you get uh, sources from the article. Or you hear your friends talking about something and you hear that the way your friends use language is very different from others, and then you wonder about your friends language. Of course you have much question in your cognitions. It's another sources. Or uh, you watch TV or you watch news and you get many question about TV and about news about that program, and then you write the question about it. Yeah, that is why it can be from potential sources. And a research problem might spring from an experienced researcher that have had in their personal lives or workplace. That is why whenever we read about someone's article, someone's research, we always look for the last part, yeah, the last part is from the suggestion. There is always a space that the researcher left for the next researcher. Yeah, it can be our problem, it can be our issue, and we can take a research problem from that. And it also may come from an extensive debate that had appeared in the literature. For example, talking about whether pragmatic is the waste basket of semantic or not. And for some experts, it became a new problem, and they do the research about that. And then they expand pragmatic, and then they said that pragmatic is a new language or as a new field of study that probably was the waste basket of semantic from some research. Yeah, or it the research problem also can be from the literature. Which literature that can be our research problem that may have a gap. Yeah, there is a space, there is a gap, yeah, that needs to be addressed, alternative views that should be resolved, or a branch that needs to be studied. Almost the same with what I said about pragmatic as a waste basket of semantic. Yeah, so we can build the research problem from many sources. Yeah, it can be based on our own experience. Yeah, when you read something, or when you converse with someone, and then you realize that there is something strange in this situation, I should use it as my research problem. This is my topic. Yeah, that is why you have to aware about your surrounding, you have to aware about everything, because there are many topics, there are many questions that we can take from our surrounding. And then after that, the research problem also might develop from policy debates in government or among top executive. Nah, this is what my friends did uh, around 2010. Yeah, um, at the time, government just released about undang-undang pornografi. Yeah, and then one of my friend take undang-undang pornografi as her topic for her thesis. Yeah, and then uh, she analyzed about some chapter in undang-undang pornografi, and then after that she combined with the data around surround her. Yeah, and what a shocking thing that I got at the time, because I was one of her respondent to fill the survey. Yeah, the based on undang-undang pornografi, if you see someone, especially men, who just wears short pants without any without any search, it means that that man abusive undang-undang pornografi, based on undang-undang pornografi. Or a woman just like in Java wearing kemben. Yeah, I'm sure that you know what is kemben. It actually abusive undang-undang pornografi. Yeah, and she analyzed, she took the topic about undang-undang pornografi and analyzed it from critical discourse analysis. Yeah, and after I read her research result, I just realized that many things around us abused undang-undang pornografi. Yeah, that is one of thing that my friends did around 11 years ago. Yeah, maybe we don't realize. Yeah, or the last thing that I remember is about Menteri Agama statement. It also can be analyzed. Yeah, It can be analyzed. When you watch presidents doing speech, you can analyze it. That's what I did before. I wrote research about President Jokowi's utterance related to tense and aspect. Yeah, there is many question, or there is research question that arise from everyone's experience, from my surrounding. That is why when I told you, if you want to take data, just take something that around your surrounding. Yeah, and then after that, um, the resources of research problems sometimes multiple. Yeah, multiple research research problem. And when the problem is not so clear, it is difficult to understand all the other aspect of research study. So just make sure that the problem should be so clear. Yeah, do not write a research problem that seems ambiguity, that seem ambigu, that in bahasa we can say the taksa, because it makes you so difficult to do your research. Yeah. And then I think this is the last for my explanation, and after that we are going to go to your exercise. Yeah, we talk about a model for an introductions. Yeah, the deficiencies model of an introduction is our approach to writing an introductions to a research study that we did, that we do, that we are going to do, and it builds on gaps existing in the literature. Remember what should you put in your introduction? And then it should include the elements of stating the research problem, reviewing past studies about the problem, indicating deficiencies in the studies, and advancing the significance of the study. Yeah, you may say something related to someone's research before in your introduction, but you don't have to quote. Yeah. Okay, maybe you just say that many some expert or some people had done some problem related to this topic. That is why I'm sure that this is not a new research. Yeah, so so we have to to know that thing that we are going to write in our introduction is our own problem. Yeah, and then we are going to make it our reasons, and we write it in our introduction. Yeah, so I think that's all for today's meeting, and this is 23 past 2. You are going to be given only about 1 hour to write your introductions. Yeah, only introductions. Yeah, you don't have to write your research questions. And then you are going to write it in simple presence. Yeah, only in simple presence. And one paragraph should consist of at least 5 sentences, and can be more than 7 sentences. Yeah, write it in a simple sentence in order to avoid confusing. Okay, and you may write as much as you can. Yeah, at 3:30 you have to submit it. Yeah, just submit your introductions as much as you can nowadays, today's. Okay. Yeah, remember what you are going to write in your introductions is the first part of your scripture that you start today. Yeah, okay. And then next week, before our next topic, I'm going to discuss about your introduction first. Yeah, okay. Do you understand? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Remember? Yes. Yeah, only the background. Yeah, only the background. Yeah. This is your personal interest here in introduction. Yeah, you may state about uh, someone else that, of course, had already done the same research. Yeah, you can say it. You can say that I'm sure that this is not the first research about this topic. I'm sure that people blah blah blah. It's okay. Yeah, and after that, don't forget to to write your paragraph by using transitional word. In additions, after that, furthermore, yeah, so that when people read your introduction, it is very interesting. Also, because it is so colorful, yeah. People are eager to read it because the way you write your introduction is very interesting. That is why transitional marker is our way to make our writing colorful. Yeah, to make our paragraph so coherent, so that it is so much interesting to be read. Yeah, okay. Yeah, do you understand all? Okay. Yeah, before you go to do your exercise, is there other questions? No. Okay, now you start to do your exercise. Remember, do not submit after 3:30. Okay, yeah. I don't take the overtime submissions. So you just submit whatever you just finish. Okay, that should not be perfect yet, but just try. You do. Okay. Okay. Good luck. Yeah. Submit it today. Yeah. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Yeah.